everyone, this is Allison. This week's video will be a little different than other videos I've done. Today I'll be talking about my favorite inactive channels that not that many people talk about anymore. This video is very heavily based off of Alley Cat Loves AG's video. However, mine will not cover channels I watched as a kid, but more so of channels that were around during the 2020s era of AGTube. Because in all honesty, I didn't really watch that much AGTube as a kid, and because YouTube can be kind of poopy sometimes, many AGTubers who went inactive are still active on AGIG, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about the AGTubers who quite literally disappeared from the face of the earth without a trace in the world to be seen about them. And I kind of wish they would come back because I really like their videos. So the first person we'll be looking at today is a bit more well-known on AGTube, and that is AG in Motion. When she was active, I absolutely loved her stop motions. I loved all the fun characters she had. She had the perfect number of dolls in her doll family, and her characters were just very easy to follow. Her storylines were always like so fun and creative and just really nice. She did a stop motion that was literally just that one waffles meme.
That's a lot of waffles.
You ate all the waffles?
One of my favorite videos from her channel is also What Our Dolls Do While We're Away stop motion. I just adore the witty dialogue and the fourth wall breaks, and also just the way it's filmed in general. I think it's like so cool.
We all know the rules. If Addison was to come back and not find us in the same position that she left us, she might become suspicious and find out that we're real.
Come on, Grace. I'm pretty sure she already knows we're real. I mean, haven't you heard the way she talks to us?
This channel was like especially active in 2021 and 2022. But since that point, she's not really posted that many other videos. I believe she did briefly come back in early 2024, but she has since either privated or unlisted like her newer videos, along with like a bunch of her other content, which perfectly fine because it's like her channel, she can do what she wants. But I'm honestly a little disappointed because some of the videos she privated were actually some of my favorites at that time, such as the second part of the AGTubers react to the American Girl WikiHow video she did in collaboration with AG Records. Like, I can still watch part 2, but part 1 that was on her channel is now gone, and I'm a little disappointed about that because that was such a funny video. Overall, a very memorable channel. If she comes back, cool, but if not, then that's fine too. So another person who is also pretty well known, though she was active a bit earlier than Addison was, and that is Moon Dolls. Hannah was honestly quite iconic with the American Girl stop motion realm in around 2020. And she had over like 1,000 subscribers, which is pretty impressive, especially considering like AGTubers, but especially like AGSM channels, unfortunately do not even get that many subscribers anymore. I liked a lot of her videos. I don't really remember too many because once again, it was a while ago since I last watched her. But one stop motion I liked pretty well was, I believe, the one and only Carter stop motion she did. That was like so funny. And the fact that none of the dolls like knew that Carter was like related to her Leah doll. I also really liked that they did like a green screen in the front door where Carter is. She was active mostly throughout 2020 through 2022, but ever since 2022 she has been kind of on and off inactive. I do believe that like last year she recently came back via community post to like say something about her it was either a 2 or 4 year anniversary, but other than that we haven't really heard that much from her. And yeah, I really miss her videos. If she ever decides to come back, that would be really cool, but if not, once again, that's kind of fine too. So the next channel that I'm gonna be talking about is one of the first I discovered when I started making and watching AGSM videos on YouTube in 2020, and that being The Sound of Zero. So I discovered her channel like August of 2020, which was a really interesting time in and of itself. And this was around the time she posted her movie Stronger, and I ate that movie up. I thought that was like the best stop motion movie that I've ever seen in my whole life. I don't know, but any stop motion movie that involved the main character learning to be themselves, I ate up. I also thought it was really cool that not only did she submit this for the Sophie Awards, but also the legend Micah herself even commented on the video, which I will put up on the screen right now. So Payne also did a series called Rad Roomies, which was about the misadventures of several of her dolls and various types of shenanigans. I love that this series was like in the style of a sitcom.
Just bring in a bunch of animals. Says you're supposed to help me with this. We just need to get Charlotte to say yes. Everyone else wouldn't mind. Fine, I'll help you, but I don't think she'll say yes. Just watch me work my magic. She's going to love the idea. She'll say yes, of course. Absolutely yes. No, absolutely no.
So on a similar note, this is an AGTuber that's way less known for some reason, despite her having like 600 subscribers, and this is Awesome AG Films. So she was quite literally the very first person other than Mixie Pixie 7 that I discovered back in 2020 when I was first watching AGTube. I used to literally binge all of her stop motions for hours, and one of my favorites of hers has to be the Types of YouTubers video. Once again, it was very creative. I thought like the dialogue in this was like really clever. I also thought the bit at the very beginning with the brown E's instead of the brownies was just, it was so fun. So I also have a distinct memory of commenting something to the effect of liking her videos and wanting to start an AGTube channel, and her actually watching a video I had at that time. The problem is, I'm trying to find the comment for this clip, except all of her comments are now deleted, or they're not deleted, they're just turned off on YouTube's end. And I can't really find any comments she left on my channel, so maybe just take my word for it. But there was at least, like, an interaction going on, and her actually being the first person on AGTube to, like, reach out to me personally was just, it was so amazing. It was so cool. I was literally so happy when I commented on one of her videos and she actually replied to my comment and started watching my videos, despite them at that time being incredibly bad and cringy. So she was decently active throughout 2020 and also throughout most of her journey on AGTube. She's actually one of the oldest AGTubers here, I believe, having started her channel in around like 2017. And her last video was a 2020 Halloween special, which was also really good and I really enjoyed it. So next AGTuber I will be discussing is Peaches AG. She started her channel at around 2021 and was probably most active around 2021 and 2022. Absolutely loved her stop motions. And once again, she has had a pretty memorable doll family with a lot of fun characters. So my favorite of her videos is her 2021 Christmas special. I like that she not only showed her dolls during Christmas, but also in the weeks leading up to it and them just getting ready for Christmas. It was also so cool that it was in the form of her dolls being sat down and interviewed, which was a lot of fun because you actually got to see like the inner thoughts of the dolls as the plot was like going along. She was also specifically an AGTuber I had a lot of fun interactions with, and it was really nice. And we would always comment on each other's videos and like each other's content, and it was a lot of fun. So she briefly came back in 2022 after like a several month long hiatus, but then she just shortly left after her year anniversary video and has not come back in like 3 years. I know she said something to the effect of like she was moving somewhere else, so that's probably it, but like I liked her content, and once again, cool if you're not into AGTube anymore, but also like I really liked your videos, and it's kind of sad that she doesn't post anymore. So finally, the last AGTuber we have is a bit of a different niche. So all the people I've been talking about so far have been solely AGSM channels, but this one's more of a lifestyle commentary channel that I really like, kind of similar to like Dolls Studio by Chris and AG Takes Over, you know, those types of people. And this AGTuber is a person named Lynn Life. So she was probably most active around like 2020 and 2021, but surprisingly when researching for this video, she actually started her channel in 2017 and actually has videos from that era. But I've known her mostly for like the stuff she made during 2021 and around the pandemic. I had quite fond memories of this channel. I honestly just loved her collection. She had the most like fun and diverse collection that I've seen. And I also just liked the style of her videos too. I like all the backgrounds she would use when she would discuss things, such as in one of my favorite videos from her and one of the first videos I watched, Things I Dislike About American Girl. She uses, I believe, Jess's hammock, and she also switches dolls out throughout the whole video. And it's really nice to like see all of her just beautiful dolls in that little hammock while she's like dunking American Girl. But she'd also at one point use like Kira's like hut thingy from her collection as well. On a similar note with her collection, I also thought it was really cool that she had nearly all the historicals and all the Truly Me's, which I thought was quite impressive. She was probably last active at around 2022, but since then she's been kind of inactive both on her YouTube and Instagram. And it'd be cool if she came back soon, but also, once again, I understand potential circumstances of why she might have gone inactive. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you, especially if you managed to actually get to the end of this video and didn't just like click off. Of course, obviously this is like not everybody, and I didn't want this video to be like too long to make, so I did cut a few people out that I was originally going to mention. But of course, if you've thought of anybody that's like inactive that you really like that I didn't mention, leave a comment down below about it. And also another thing I'd like to add is, while it's very easy to like mourn the people that aren't active anymore, please note that there's also still quite a few people that are active that I do quite like to watch. I might make a separate video about that as well. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.